The opening sentence of a novel has one job, and one job only: to get the reader to read the next sentence. In order to do that, it carries the difficult task of establishing reader expectations. If you can't get your readers looking forward, you can't get them to turn the page. There are as many ways to start a novel as there are possible novels in the world, and many of them are effective. But if you look for patterns, you'll begin to pick out novel openings that grab you, and you'll be able to recognize what it is about certain story openings that hold your attention more than others do. And then you can start incorporating these ideas, these concepts, these structural designs into your own writing. This is what Reading Like a Writer is all about. Follows are 3 novel openings that I found particularly effective in that they got me to dive in and read the whole book. I often try to emulate openings like these when I start my own stories. The cold passed reluctantly from the earth, and the retiring fog revealed an army stretched out on the hills, resting. Stephen Crane, The Red Badge of Courage. So this opening gives us an establishing shot. We often get this in movies where it gives us an extra wide view, kind of giving us where and when everything is taking place. We get an establishing shot of this whole field and a gradual reveal of this army camped there. It does more than just establish setting for us. It also gives us mood and atmosphere. The fact that there's fog lifting and revealing an army camped out on the field resting. And this also leads to foreshadowing. The fact that it's an army resting leads us to think that either a battle has just happened or is going to happen, or they're between battles. Battle is somehow going to be involved in this story. And we can kind of tell from just this single opening sentence, and it compels us to read further on to find out how this unfolds. Also, notice the use of personification. The cold is reluctant to withdraw. The fogs are retiring. And then the use of alliteration. Reluctantly, retiring, revealed, resting. This shows that the author is in careful command of the language and is able to orchestrate musical sentences like this, which has kind of a lilting quality, almost a sleepy quality to the sound of the sentence itself that matches what the sentence is talking about, which might be an ironic juxtaposition compared to the violence that is to come. So the sound of the words, the imagery they create, and the foreshadowing all this engenders practically forces me to read on. I need to find out what happens to this army. So that's one way to start a story. Here's another. Someone must have been telling lies about Joseph K., for without having done anything wrong, he was arrested one fine morning. Franz Kafka, The Trial. So instead of establishing the setting and the scene first and getting us to anticipate the action that is to come, this story throws us right into the action. It gives us the inciting incident right off the bat. And this isn't just action. It's action that raises a mystery. Why has Joseph K. been arrested? What crime did he supposedly commit? Who turned him in? What consequences does he face? One sentence raises all of these questions, and I feel compelled to get the answers. I don't know anything about the character Joseph K. yet, but anyone who's been misunderstood or misjudged or falsely accused can feel some sympathy for him. I'm now invested in seeing how he reacts to his predicament. Speaking of getting invested, if you enjoy my content and would like to contribute to helping me make more and better videos on writing, please consider joining the channel. Clicking the join button down there, you get a bunch of cool free stuff for just pennies per month, and I would ever so appreciate it. A million thanks to my current members. You guys are helping me to keep going. Now let's go back to the list of story openings. We cannot forget this one. It can hardly be a coincidence that no language on earth has ever produced the expression as pretty as an airport. Douglas Adams, The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul. This one is sort of opening with setting as well, but in a more roundabout way. Instead of establishing setting and mood and leading us to anticipate action, this one gets us to chuckle at an unusual expression and to ponder an idea. The 2 previous opening lines raise the question what, as in what is going to happen next. But this opening line raises the question why. Sure, we chuckle at the absurdity of the phrase as pretty as an airport, But now we need to know why the narrator would bother to talk about a phrase that nobody ever says at all. And this question, along with the ironic tone, keeps us reading. What's he going to say about this airport? So these are just a few possibilities for opening a story. You can begin with an establishing shot, establishing not just setting, but mood and atmosphere and foreshadowing. Or you can start with action, throw us into the inciting incident and raise a whole bunch of questions in the reader's mind that immediately need answering. Or you can raise an ironic idea and get a reader to start thinking and pondering along with the protagonist or narrator of the story. Which of these openings is your favorite? What other techniques do you know of for opening a novel? What other great novel openings do you know of? Leave your thoughts on that in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel while you're down there. And until next time, good luck and good writing. Peace.